Raven holds her hand up to halt the wagon. A red buck with majestic antlers stands, grazing peacefully, a good distance away from the wagon. It may be an old wives' tale, but the antler velvet of a red deer is said to have restorative effects on all manner of illness. Well, that's wonderful for all manner of illness, but look at us! We've really never been in the peak of health, except, you know, Chips maybe could not be quite as chronically exhausted as he is, but we're doing just fine. Come on now, it's the very last of the leg of our trail, or our journey on the Oregon Trail. No need to go ahead and shoot that beautiful red deer. The deer ambles off into the grass, blissfully unperturbed. As it should be. There's no need that we need to go ahead and like shoot the poor thing when we're doing so good. Wagon, we really don't need to do that. Oh, and now I'm thirsty. Water they do. The party's water supply has run low. If it's not refilled before too long, dehydration— Okay, all right, yeah. I was just saying how we were doing fine, wasn't I, everyone? I suppose this is punishment for my hubris. But, welcome back to our journey on the Oregon Trail, my friends, where I could have sworn we were gonna do just fine. It's just that we're running out of water, apparently. A small pond just off the trail, a few mosquito larvae lazily swimming on the surface. Without restocking the water supply, the party's morale and stamina are sure to decline. Too bad we're not drinking whatever seems to be in that dubious pool. Clean water is better than deadly water, and we're literally getting to the very little end of our journey here. Just in time too, because I think that actually it's going to start getting pretty darn chilly pretty soon, and we're not going to want to find ourselves stuck out in the middle of the mountains when the winter hits. So, okay, ooh, a campsite! Several travelers mill about, wagons unpacked and campfires lit. This seems to be a popular camping ground and maybe a safe place to spend the night to restore some stamina. Hey, look at that! What'd I tell y'all? See? Everything's fine. We're gonna go ahead and have a bit of a rest, get our stamina back, and we're gonna set off with a little, like, pep in our step in the morning. See? Much better. And everybody was so worried about not having, had a bunch of mosquito larvae water. No thanks. Oh my goodness. Okay, spring, an ideal locale. Ooh! Okay, we're headed straight there. If that is a spring where we can go and we can like wash ourselves, I absolutely want to get there. Also, we seem to be doing pretty good. So 3 days from now, we should be reaching the Dallies. I almost wonder if we should set ourselves a bit of a grueling pace, but 1 day's difference between all of the exhaustion that might come in if we have that much of a grueling pace just really isn't worth it. Oh, what's this? A woman draws near, dressed in the rough garb of a fur trapper. You folks heading west? You'll need meat then, and I sell it cheaper than the forts. Lord knows I can't carry it all back anyhow. Yeah, how much do you want for it then? The woman gestures to her supplies. What should the party do? Well, we could go ahead and buy some stuff. We could haggle as well. Chase, do you want to go ahead and do a little haggling with this fur trapper? Oh, he did it! Maybe he winked a little bit too. After some back and forth, Chase's sharp wit and clever words managed to talk the woman down to selling the meat for a reduced price. Alright, why don't we go ahead and... I mean, we don't really need a lot, but we'll spend $20 because I feel kind of bad for her, to be honest. So really, we could have hunted our own and probably done pretty well, but now we have more food. Less money, so Chase probably isn't happy about that, but oh, actually, I guess the whole party is feeling good about knowing that we'll have enough food, especially considering all the tall tales we've been hearing about what happens to folk who get stuck in the mountains and don't have enough food. Also, how are... Nice, totally going to clean up. I am so happy that there's actually like a place to wash. Since I am a dim-witted neat farmer and also the party leader, I could totally see how I absolutely would want everyone to focus on that. The party spends some time thoroughly scrubbing themselves, glad to be free of the muck and grime that comes with grueling travel. Yay! And see, there is the opportunity to do a little bit more hunting if we wanted to. We do have a lot of bullets, but we also like already have a lot of food, so I don't know if we need to hunt. but we'll go ahead and we'll kind of wiggle over to where the moose are supposed to be. Honestly, I don't know if we need to bother with the hunting though. To be honest, I'd feel a little bit bad for the poor little animals because we've got plenty going on. Like, truly, we really do. Ooh, 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 and I totally forgot we had wheel grease. I should have been using that wheel grease from the get-go because that actually will protect our, wow, for 3 whole days? No wonder. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh no. Gravity. The wagon trundles by a cluster of gravestones by the trail side, recently placed by the look of them. A solemn air impresses itself upon the party, the grim recognition of the trail's oft fatal hardships. Aww. So, apparently... Oh, well, now I'm feeling better, but Chase is feeling a little bit morose about this whole situation. It's so interesting to see how our personalities have changed as the trail has gone on. So we have a lot of bullets, and we have, you know, a little bit of room for meat and some hide. I mean, I guess we could make a bit more room if we really needed to. So we'll go ahead and do just a touch of hunting because we might need to go ahead and have a lot of money for when we do reach the last leg of our journey. And thankfully, Chips has become such a good hunter that I really think that he'll be able to go ahead and try to use his skills. Okay, I think it's only 1 shot for the moose. I wonder if it's less shots if you happen to have higher hunting skill. Oh my gosh. Okay, we won't take too much more, but I am gonna need just a little bit more for, oh, a little bit more for the hides is really what I'm after here. Sorry. Ooh, okay, I feel really bad that we took that many, but I think we might need some for the hides in order to make sure that we stay warm if we get caught out in the cold. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna gather up the pelts, 6 pelts, and let me go ahead and repack just a touch. I think we're going to improve the composure. We're gonna let Chips improve his composure because he really has kept himself quite calm in the face of a lot of disaster. And he has, yeah, look at that, now his morale has gone up a touch. A fistful of vengeance. The party sees the gunslinger up ahead. Even from this distance, he looks tired, but there's something about him that suggests a great weight has been lifted from his shoulders. I found Coogan, and I had him dead to rights, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't pull the trigger and make myself the kind of man he is. At least I got the watch back. I was mad as hell, but ending Coogan would have cost me my soul. Mary and little Charlotte need me back on the plantation in Louisiana, so that's where I'm headed. It's what Josh would have wanted, and where I should have stayed all along. Thanks for your company and your advice. I hope you get to wherever you're headed safe and sound. Take these. I don't need them anymore. So long. I wish you well and the best of luck in your travels. Wow. Douse the fire. Oh. I'm glad that he's off to go help his sister-in-law and his niece now. Hold your peace. We completed something very important, and we're just gonna just casually let those bullets go because we're not gonna need them. But that's really, I'm really happy about that, to be honest, because he seemed like he was a nice guy who just really loved his brother. Oh man, and the wagon's stuck again. All right, well, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna unpack everything. I know it's gonna make us, oh, 2 days. Oh my gosh. Well, talk about slowing us down. I wonder if I should go ahead and, well, I think we're going to arrive to the Dallies like right now, or else I would kind of push us to go a little faster. Oh, my goodness gracious. Lewis and Clark, I wonder if that just is like for how many miles we're going, maybe? Oh, my wagon grease expired. But we're pulling into the Dallies right now. Oh my gosh, that's such a good thing because the wagon grease is a lot more important than I've been giving it credit for this whole time. I kind of understand now why it has been like so tremendously expensive every time anybody wants to trade for it. All right. Howdy everyone. Now this is interesting because it's the first place I think we've really been to that's just kind of looked like a town and not just a fort. As the party crests the final rise of the Dalles, vast swaths of Oregon country appear ahead. The journey is nearly over. Yay! Alright, can we talk to everyone? Many travelers have gathered around, either waiting for the courage to finish their journey or preparing for a long trip back east. Alexander? These last 100 miles to Wilmette Valley are the roughest, either rafting down the Columbia River or driving your wagon over the Cascades. My advice is to hire a guide. I know a Cayuse man who's great at navigating the river. And then Amy Witherspoon. My cousin Lydia engaged passage down the Columbia with some Cayuse guides, a canoe with 17 people and luggage. The wind blew so heavy they had to lay by. Near dark, high waves came up and over their heads. Finally, they made it to shore safely. Yeah! Okay, well there's a lot of opinions on what to do. Toll collector. I collect the tolls for the Barlow Road, a bargain at twice the price. Until last year, the Overlander Trail had no choice. Everyone floated the Columbia. Now with Mr. Barlow's new road, you can drive your wagon right into Oregon City. Wow, I didn't think about that. The way that people might have built roads and then charged tolls, but it might have actually saved lives. Well, I wonder. Let's see what's going on. There are some people willing to trade. Let's see, there's some coffee traps. A wheel grease, how much would you like for the wheel grease, sir? Let's do a little haggling, and maybe he can take the last of our, like, dragoon medallions. I would have no problem with that. Dang it! Alright, so he won't take that, and he wants 1.5 million of our flour, so... I mean, now that I understand how important the wheel grease is, I get why people are so fussy about it. How much does she want for the coffee? We can haggle a little bit, see what happens. Might take that coffee for... Aw, she didn't like Chase. I don't really want to trade the meat for just one thing of coffee. Not when all we really need to do is get a good night's sleep. And then let's see if Chase is able to get a little bit of a better deal for the pelts. But I guess we might want to wait and consider the fact that we might want to keep the pelts. Now that I think about it, we actually might want to keep those pelts because we might want to use them to ford a river if we really need to. But for now, let's go ahead and get a little bit of rest. Because we do need to get some stamina back, and it is refreshing to be around other people. But otherwise, I mean, I'd say that we're pretty experienced on the trail by this point. We're going to rest one more day because I do think it's important for Chips to be ready to go. He is the one who tends to go hunting and, like, rescues us and has the highest wayfinding. And let's head out. We're a pretty experienced party by this point, and I have to say, I have a feeling that our next wagon train is gonna have a little bit more of an exciting, difficult adventure. After months of travel, the group must resolve on a final approach to Oregon. Will they venture north and brave the Columbia River Rapids, or south or along the Overland Road via the Barlow Toll Road? The party weighs their options soberly. Boy, it's already very bumpy. Well, if we go to Oregon City, I mean, I would prefer that. Oregon City stands as the final destination on the trail, offering new life and new opportunities for anyone who can make it. Restore Chase's hygiene and avoid getting cholera. Or the Columbia Trail, which would just be 25 miles, and all we would need to do is avoid a broken arm. You know what? I've enjoyed walking with everybody. So we're gonna go ahead and we're going on the toll road. We're gonna go and repack real quick. Oh my. We actually have quite a bit that we need to move around now that I'm looking at it. We'll use the hymn book. I'm gonna practice singing hymns with everybody, and I thought I could go ahead and use the harmonica, but you know what we can use? The wheel grease. Since we're gonna need it, since, you know, we're still kind of gonna be taking the wagon somewhere. And then let's actually use the toolbox to cover up that exposed spot. Oh my gosh, Raven! No! Tripping over a small bump in the rough ground, Raven finds herself in the dust. A little sore, she picks herself up and keeps walking. My good gravy, I thought that she was just about to go ahead and get herself all broken-legged again. Oh my goodness. Bored sounding man. Welcome to Barlow Road. Passage $10 per person, 5 per head of oxen. Total of which comes to $55. Sure, here you go. Thank you kindly. Alright, and then let's get us a little move on. Let's see. It looks like we actually might be able to go ahead and take a bath if we go this way. But I want to see the little squirrels. I'm not going to go ahead and hunt any of them because we really don't need to. But I would like to take a little cute look at them. Yeah, we really don't need to hunt the squirrels. Let me double check. But like, I mean, we don't really need to. And if I remember correctly, it looks like there's some other hunting opportunities ahead. But I kind of just want to spend a little bit more time with okay, everyone. Ew. A terrible rancid smell emanates from the wagon. After a brief investigation, it becomes clear that someone has left a bag of bacon untied and uncovered. It's spoiled in the heat. Ew. Chips unravels the mystery almost immediately, identifying Raven as the guilty party. Raven sheepishly admits to forgetting to double-check the bag. Chips forgives, from the loyalty! Forgives Raven readily, assuring her that everyone makes mistakes. Oh, I love seeing how the party comes together like that. That's really sweet. Also, I am noticing that we're kind of stinky, but there was a place to go ahead and take a bath. I swear, I saw that there's a campsite like that coming on up. Alright, well we could go ahead and do a touch of hunting. I might let Chips do that. Just to kind of see what's there. We may not even pull the trigger, but we're gonna be splitting up pretty soon. And I wonder if having a little bit of extra money, extra pelts on us will actually allow us to go ahead and be able to have a bit of a fresh start in Oregon. Hi, little one. Yeah, I think I might actually just let the squirrels kind of, yeah, the squirrels run by, but I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Any of the bigger game. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, run, little squirrels, run. Okay, and that buffalo, he got away. I'm so glad he was able to go ahead and just keep himself safe. Because we didn't need too much, but I did want to go ahead and grab those pelts just in case we do need to spend a bit of time actually like working apart from one another. Oh, we are totally gonna go and take a bath. I'm so excited about that. But we might have to split like how much money we've got left and use it to start a new life in Oregon. So I want to be ready for that. But are we ready for that? The clouds break as rain pelts the trail. Water gathers in myriad wagon ruts, turning the soil to mud. Oh no! As the mud builds up, the oxen slip and slide and the wagon becomes bogged down, forcing the party to stop. Trying to continue along the trail when the ground is slippery could prove dangerous. Alternatively, we could make camp and wait out the weather. Alright, everybody into the wagon? We've made it this far without taking too many risks. And as long as we... okay, we're gonna continue to wait. Oh boy, we're really stinky now. The party awakens wet and cold, but relieved to find the rain is cleared. The camp is packed, and the caked mud is cleaned from the wagon wheels before the journey continues. Okay, well, the good news is, even though we completely reek right now, we are about to go ahead and hit a little camp where we can bathe ourselves. Literally right here. Thank goodness. I do not want to arrive at our new home being too completely stinky. Oh, absolutely. Oh, set up camp. Oh, we're taking a bath. Oh, we're washing up. Like, at this point, I think the whole crew is so used to me being like, here we go! They don't even need to, like, ask. They just know that we're going to be tidying ourselves up. They know that I'm going to be grabbing them by the back of the ears and telling them that we need to get ourselves all ready to go. There we go. We've got some fresh clothes. Might as well go ahead and use them. And... there. The party spends some time thoroughly scrubbing themselves, glad to be free of the muck and grime that comes with grueling travel. Huh! I think, yeah, I mean, it's just a little bit more. A little teensy bit more, and then we'll be able to go ahead and reach Oregon. I kind of want to set it to grueling pace just because we're almost there. And if we need to, we might be able to go ahead and restore some of our stamina by taking a quick rest at the next campsite. But everyone, I think, would be really excited because we're getting there, you guys. A small ways from the trail, the party spies a long abandoned wagon. We'll go ahead and let Chips search the wagon just to see if anything's in there. If nothing else, maybe... oh, it's a wagon wheel. Alrighty. Mostly I was actually curious if there was like a diary or some sort of mention of whoever happened to actually live there. That would have been interesting to see. And the campsite for resting, for restoring stamina, we're actually doing kind of okay. So, I mean, I guess this is going to be the last camp we get to share together though. So why don't we go ahead and let's, we've already told all the stories there are to tell amongst each other. So let's spend the last day out under the stars that we can together. Oh, that's really pretty. Our morale is kind of at peak because even though we have gone ahead and let's tell some stories, I suppose. There we go. We'll exchange some stories, raise our morale up a touch, and get ready for some final goodbyes. Raven, my dear, I suppose I could go ahead and I'm gonna make you one last little tea to start our day. And like you know what? I'm even gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put on some clean clothes on my husband because we're gonna enter this town and people are going to be absolutely, oh dear. A small mound of earth sits atop. It's another grave. Okay, let's flatten the mound because we're gonna be respectful. There we go. There's something up ahead. And Oregon, right? Because we're kind of like hop, skip, jump, rolling in, right? Wow, can you imagine as the sun is setting over the mountains, you're making the last, like still one foot in front of the other. Just because it showed up, just because you can see it, doesn't mean that it's really in your hands yet. And so you would have to just keep going, putting, like I said, one foot in front of the next, in front of the next, to really physically walk yourself into a new life. There's something about that that gives me goosebumps, to be honest. So often right now, the way that we create a new life for ourselves is very cerebral and academic and all about pushing numbers around inside of different places. So I wonder what it would have felt like. Hooray! To give yourself a new life by actually walking there. And we lived! After months of turmoil and privation, fearsome dangers and matchless wonder, the party has finally made it to Willamette Valley. Yay! Woo! So we have now unlocked this. I'm pretty excited about that. So we have now unlocked a new journey, Oregon or Bust, brave the most difficult version of the trail in this ultimate test of knowledge, planning, and decision making. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I want to see. Something that's really going to give me a big challenge because clearly we did fine with this one. There we go, you guys. We've made it! Wow! Television journal entry unlocked. Oh my gosh, I wonder if that's a theater journal entry unlocked. Alright! Hall of Fame unlocked. Oh my gosh. So that was, oh my gosh. There's so many journal entries, I have no idea what's happening. So altogether we traveled 165 days. I don't know if there's anything else that we get added in here, but let's see. Journey complete. Congratulations. You made it to Oregon. The journey was a long and challenging one, but now your party can look forward to a new life in Willamette Valley. And there we go. Oh, I forgot we hauled a grandfather clock along the whole time too. I have no idea what that does for us. But we did it, you guys. We managed to go ahead and travel, wow, over 2,000 miles. And we got ourselves to Oregon, alive, in one piece. Except for little Mary, but we're not thinking about that. And we've almost made it from journeyman traveler up to something new. We have had 0 deaths, 0 dysentery deaths. We've completed 1 out of 15 journeys. We've managed to gather up 34% of the fish and 4 animals. We made it to Oregon with 4 people. That's so much fun. I love how you can see like how much is going on. And now it's not over yet. Try the next journey, the Californian Trail. The gold rush is on. Lead a group of fortune-seeking immigrants on an explosive journey west to the gold fields of California. Oh boy. There's still a lot more of the stories to cover. Including journeys, there's actually like ranks, there's tokens to earn, there's like completionist things to do. There's even like weekly events and challenges that we could try to take on. And we got I don't know what the grandfather clock does for us, to be completely honest. I'm kind of like a little bit curious about that, just saying. But there we go. Wow. And then let's see, so here's the winter migration. That's apparently really easy. I wonder if you can set the difficulty to like really hard. Nature trail, oh wow. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we could peacefully traverse the road to Oregon free of trials and tribulations. No. We gotta make this difficult for ourselves. Oregon or bust. Wow, okay, yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, but there's clearly a lot more that we might be taking on next time. We've managed it. We've managed it, friends. Nobody died. I think we need to set something to a little bit more of a higher difficulty next time. So thank you guys so much for joining us. If you could, do please go ahead and, well, you know, let me know which one of the journeys you think that we should go ahead and tackle next, because I think that we could be having, oh my gosh, is that like a grandma? Oh my good gravy. Wow. Wow, okay, Californian Trail pushed west for fur trade. Okay, we'd have to complete a fur trader. Wow, okay, there's actually a lot of stuff that we could still do, and a lot of other journeys that we can actually unlock. Oh, here they are, dire circumstances. Yes, this is what we want to tackle. This is what we want to tackle. Oh, but we'll have to see how that works out, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.